Chestnut. Right, cool.
Cool.
Right, we are live. Okay, so hello everybody. Welcome to a follow-up chat. This is, isn't it? So
Yeah.
this is my main man, Ciaron Cooper. So Ciaron, we had a chat. I think pretty much immediately after you joined the SFM. We did an interview, probably only a week or two into your education, into your kind of digital journey.
Yeah.
We've obviously stayed in touch and become, firm friends in that time
Yeah.
since. And I thought it'd be really good to kind of come and have another chat with you, do another conversation around your experiences on your journey over the last, how long has it been? About 10 months?
Well, it's just over 11 months now.
So over 11 months.
11 months. I thought I joined in November, but it turns out I didn't. I actually joined in December.
Okay.
Of 2018.
Okay.
So yeah, it's come up to it's just over 11 months.
Cool. Time flies.
What an 11 months. Wow.
Well, that's what we'll get onto. So, so yeah, I suppose, well, that's probably a good place to start. Initial kind of headline, having now been part of the SFM and been on your online journey, your online educational journey for the last 11 months. What's it been like? Give it a sort of headline overview of kind of how you found things in the last 11 months being part of the SFM.
It has been exciting, challenging, emotional, and eye-opening as well. Now I say exciting because this level of learning keeps you on your toes, and I've with the training I've gone through many comfort zones so far. My first hang up was my level of technical know-how, which was posting a picture on Facebook when I started here. And to actually be able to build my own website and just have a general understanding of how to maintain that website, for me, is a huge pat on my own back. It's something I never thought would ever be for me or in my realm of existence. And I'm just finding now that just being, and it's always been, it's always, as they say, as Stuart Ross would say, it's step by step, everything step by step, and it literally is. And that has been a lifesaver for me. So that's that level of excitement. The challenges for me have been all on my own inner belief and self-belief and all of that type of stuff. Now, when I joined, 2 months, the end of February, as you well know, I was challenged in work. Yeah. And I had to leave my job because of a serious bullying situation. And that just led to financial and mental strain. But I wouldn't have gotten through that financial and mental strain without the support of my wife, Michelle, with the SFM themselves, as in the coaches, and with the community, and that also includes yourself and Mel and Andy and everybody who sent me videos of support and stuff like that. And there's just the level of support that I've had to get through those challenges is it's humbling, and then just the actual internal journey that I've had, and I'm still having. It's always going to be ongoing, but I'm only realizing now the level of support that I have with the DEA on the in game, on the inward game, mind and soul and all of that. So like 11 months I've experienced a huge amount, and it's just, I wouldn't have it any other way. You know, it has been an experience that in some ways I would have liked differently, but I had no control over it. But look, as we all know, these challenges come with an education that simply can't be taught in any college. So in the instances when I've been challenged, like, it's just the level of support that I've gotten from the SFM, from the DEA, and from the community has been priceless. And that's the simplest way that I can put it, really.
Cool, perfect. Thanks for that, mate. Yeah, I mean, I know it has been a really kind of testing year in loads of different ways, and it's been it's been amazing to have you part of this community. What you've brought to our group, Transformation of You group, you really kind of become a integral member of that family, so it's really nice that you feel like you have been supported, because in the same way I feel like you've brought a lot to the table as well, in the time you've been here, so that's brilliant. But it's
cool. Thanks.
It was really interesting what you were saying there about the inward game, because that for me was one of the big things I wasn't necessarily expecting, as part of this journey. I thought, to a more or less degree, when I first found the SFM, I really resonated with, all of the mentors and the coaches, and just their whole ethos towards living a life that you enjoy. I really kind of, it made sense to me. But to a more or less degree, I thought I was getting into or buying a course of how you start an online business, how you make money online. That's kind of the education I thought I was signing up for. And don't get me wrong, there is obviously that, that is clearly the nuts and bolts of what is taught, but the stuff that I wasn't expecting was just like you say, the inward stuff, the kind of work that I was made to do on myself personally, and kind of the level of growth and development that I had to go through as a person to be ready for that journey. And I don't know if you feel like that, but to me, that's like one of the biggest important factors to really grasp for anyone coming into this education, anyone coming into this opportunity. You get a lot of people going, "Oh, I'm really interested in online business, but I'm just really skeptical about the whole thing. What if this course I'm going to go into, it's going to make me a load of money?" And it's like, the course isn't going to make you a load of money. You are going to make the money, but you have to become the person that has those skills to go and make that money. And that's the fundamental difference. And what I was really impressed with, I learned quite quickly, is the SFM gives you a lot of those tools, not necessarily purely the knowledge of, technical knowledge of how you build websites and that kind of stuff, which it does, but it gives you the tools of, you as a person preparing your mind for what that journey of growth is gonna feel like, what really, it's kind of the journey of becoming an entrepreneur. That's something that I really wasn't expecting, but I'm so grateful for, because I often say to people now that even if there wasn't the opportunity to make a single penny directly from this education, I still feel this education stands on its own 2 feet as an incredible educational product for so many reasons. And one of the main reasons actually is the growth that you go through as a person. Self-development course, I think it's got just incredible value. So
it's actually huge. It's huge. And as well as that, like, the SFM as it is marketed, they kind of don't market that area as much as I think they should.
Yeah, I agree.
Because I'm the same as you. Like, I was looking for a way out, and I was looking for a new way to survive, as in financially. I was looking for a different way. I was looking for the time, the extra freedom, the time to be with my family and all of that. And the idea of owning and running and building an online business was my first initial go-to place. But I think I said in our first little chat that I just module 2 just blew me away, because it was like all mindfulness and mindset and this, that, and the other. I was like, oh, okay, I like this. This is good. Because the reality is that I've come to realize, and I probably knew anyway, was that, like, entrepreneurship is literally highs and troughs, and your highs and lows, and peaks and troughs, and it's probably one of the reasons why a huge percentage of startups fail. And it's probably nothing to do with the actual business setup and the model. It's to do with the person's mindset and their ability to, for their desire and their vision to be the foundation of their business, regardless of what that is. And I'm sure I'm not alone. Like, so many people have challenges, whether they're financial or mental or anything like that. And throughout everything I've dealt with this year, my vision of the future, my perfect day, my ideal day, which is all part of the training in the SFM, the clarity that I've had and I still have of my perfect day, my ideal day, the vision that I have of my future as a lifestyle. But like, I followed the training and I did it with all of my 5 senses. So I can close my eyes at any time and I can be in my ideal house, my dream house. I can see and smell and touch and everything. And just that level of knowing and belief in my vision and my future that I'm working towards has gotten me through so much. And I know that might be kind of, some people might see that as materialistic, but I don't mean it on a materialistic level. I mean it on, like, just like that, I can remind myself why I'm here and why this crap that I'm dealing with is not going to stop me. And this is what I'm doing. And this educational platform is literally giving me the tools to make that happen. But I know that it's up to me to use the tools, you know? Yeah, the inward game, the mind game, as Stuart Ross would say, you got to give yourself a checkup from the neck up, you know, and that's it. And if you can get that one down, if you can stand in your own 2 shoes and know exactly who you are and what you're about and what your strengths are, and know that, you know, it's a marathon and not a sprint. Yeah, nothing's gonna stop me anyway. Yeah. You know, and that's one of the things that I'm actually dealing with at the moment, is the need and the want to find out exactly who I am, aside from my business, aside from the business model and all of that, because and that's been something that's been brought to light through going to the Elite live event.
Oh, yeah.
Something I never expected, you know. And I don't think that I've always been looking for a way to figure out who I am, but with this experience of the SFM and the DEA, they have literally shone a light on it, and it's like I can't get away from it. And now I'm realizing, with the coaching calls that I'm receiving at the moment, it's being highlighted and I'm being supported in it, and I'm in the process of looking at it from every angle, and there are angles that I wouldn't have expected to look at, but these are people who know what they're talking about. And again, it's so, like, whatever financial investment I've put into the SFM and DEA, it's so worth it. You know what I mean? Like, you know, I could be spending a lot of money sitting on a shrink's, you know, a psychiatrist's couch, you know, but I'm spending money and I'm learning how to build a business and figure my own head out at the same time, and that's just priceless.
Yeah,
you know?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
The point you made there about the kind of self-awareness piece, I think that's massive, because there's things about yourself, you know, when you enter into this journey, there's things about yourself that you don't know about yourself, or you can't really see, you know, maybe kind of things that are holding you back, limiting beliefs. You know, we all have them, every single person has them, you know, but you're not aware of them yourself. You know, I think they're called blind spots, aren't they? Like, it's like something that sits in your blind spot. You don't know, but it actually is stopping you from progressing forward, not just with online business, but with so many other areas in your life. And I've been incredibly grateful for a lot of the coaching calls and calls I've had that have been nothing to do with tactics or strategy around marketing or online business, but just with the SFM coaches that I've had that have just uncovered those kind of blind spots in me that I'm like, oh my God, I never even realized that about myself. But actually it's so true. And you kind of then you get this greater level of awareness, and then you do start to become more interested in working on yourself more, and kind of really, I'm not saying I'm the finished artist.
Well, you realize the importance of it.
Yeah.
Like anybody can turn around on a daily basis and just say, like if you have your head sorted out, like, you're just going to be a better and stronger person in life. And then you just kind of go, oh yeah, okay, thanks for that advice. But like when you're involved in everything that comes with building an online business, and then when you're involved with a community who is so open and so honest and so real and raw, you can't get away from it. You have to, like, you can't do this without sorting your head out.
Yeah.
And without like building your confidence or fixing your lack of confidence or like that. You can't get away from it.
Yeah.
And that's brilliant.
Yeah.
Because as we all know, it's very easy to pull the duvet over your head.
Yeah.
It's very easy to just to turn your head, but what's difficult is actually making a stand for yourself.
Yeah.
For like, being that person who is going to say no to the crap. Like, I mean, my life has changed so much, even with the challenges and stuff like that. My life has changed, and it's still changing. And I'm just in a place now where I'm grateful for these challenges, because I know that the education, I know I'm going to be able to connect with somebody who's dealing with the same challenges that I have or have had, and I'll resonate with them, and I know that I'll be able to help that person, and if I can do that, if I can help one person through the education that I'm receiving just from being able to shine a light and have people help me to shine a light on what I need to, that's well worth it. It's well worth it.
100%. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Perfect. And you mentioned something a minute ago. Just one last question I want to ask you, that a lot of people, when I first speak to them, they ask me, okay, what's different about the SFM then as a how to make money online course? What do you guys do that's different to Udemy or any other kind of online education tools that are out there? And I will always turn around immediately and say, it's not a course, it's a community. It is a community of people. And again, going back to the beginning of the conversation of things that you weren't expecting to be a part of this journey, I, without a shadow of a doubt, was never expecting the community like the community that exists within the SFM to be what it is. I just was not prepared for that in any stretch of the imagination. And it's me being absolutely instrumental in not only allowing me to be successful, but just not allowing me to quit. Because in this day and age, information is not a commodity. There's information overload out there. A lot of the information about how do I start an e-commerce business, you can go onto YouTube and go and get that information for free if you really wanted to. But what people need is, I suppose, mentorship and guidance to go from step 1 to step 2 and then step 2 to step 3. Whilst you're going through it, when you fall down, and invariably you will, because for most people, they've never done it before. So it is going to be new. It is going to be just getting used to that feeling of failure, which you do as an entrepreneur. You have to fail over and over again before you succeed. Having the people around you, like you say, that genuinely do relate to you and you relate to them, and you really resonate with, that actually genuinely want to help you and help you succeed. And I just wasn't prepared for that. Working for a recruitment company for 10 years, you like the people you work with in the office, whatever, have a good bit of banter and a laugh with them, but it's a different level of, when when I look at what the SFM has as a community compared to, and working in recruitment, I saw lots and lots of different businesses and lots of different environments and that kind of thing. It's really difficult to find a truly genuine environment where people really do look out for each other, and kind of, and want to help each other and see each other succeed. Most corporate environments, there's so much politics and name calling, backstabbing and all this kind of stuff that it does not exist. And it's like so refreshing and so amazing to have a community of people that all share the same kind of mindset, that are just genuinely wanting, because they realize there is no competition. Everyone's different. So everyone's got a different business model, everyone's got a different personality, so there is no competition, and everyone just wants to help each other get better. So what's your kind of experience been of the community since you've been here the last 11 months?
Well, first and foremost, I had absolutely no clue that the SFM or the DEA, well, I didn't know about the DEA at the time, but I had no clue that the SFM had a community. Again, I was joining this to learn a new skill. I was joining this to learn how to leverage technology in order to build a business that can run 24/7, 365 days a year, and alleviate my stress and all that goes with that. And then to find that there's a community of people who are all doing the same thing, that's well and good. But then you join the community on Facebook, and all of a sudden you get a true realization that, like what you said, this is a community of people who are all in the same boat, who all want each other to succeed as much as they want themselves to succeed. And they want to support others with the same amount of support that they need or have had. And I've been at the forefront of receiving that support. And I know I'm trying to articulate this as clearly as I can, because it's the live event, the Elite workshop in London was my first live event, and that was last weekend. No, it was the 2nd and 3rd of November, and I now realize that the community of the SFM are more of a family than they are a community. There wasn't one person who shook my hand. Everybody hugged me. There was people who knew me through my videos, through the 90-day video journey. And then there was other people who just knew me through certain posts I had put up. But everybody hugged me, and they were genuinely excited and happy to see me, and how are you getting on, and blah, blah. And it's just like, I'm just like, this is just amazing. It's just amazing. And I came home back to Ireland, and I just felt as if I just knew I was part of a family. I knew I was part of a bigger family with a level of forward motion that it's just inspiring. It really is inspiring. And I'm almost getting emotional here. It's humbling to know that exists, because again, I don't want to go back to all of my pain and this, that, and the other, but my experience, my working life experience has been the complete opposite of that. All my life, I've never experienced like that level of support, or even yourself talking about in the office, like, and having a laugh and this, that, and the other. I didn't experience that. I don't know, maybe I was just unlucky, but it knocks me for six every time, and I cannot wait to go to my next live event.
I think it really does bring it into perspective at the live events, doesn't it? And it does it does sound really cheesy when you say to people that aren't part of the community and haven't been there and experienced it for yourself. When you say, oh, you know, it's more like a family, people, I'm sure they, you know, find that really cheesy, but it is.
You know, yeah.
But it is so true that it's just, you know, it really brings it home when you meet people. You can tell when you've got a genuine connection with people. And what I love about the SFM is it's full of people from all different walks of life, ages, backgrounds, countries, ethnicities. You know, literally couldn't have more of a diverse, you know, tapestry of people. But they all, every single person I've met has just shared this common core thread of, you know, just something like you really resonate with them as a person because you're on that journey together. Everyone's, they realise they're on this educational journey to go out and build their best life, whatever that life may look like, because it's different for everybody. But because of that, I love going to the events. And I've made some, you know, mates being part of this journey. I've been SFM the last couple of years, as you know. I've made some mates now I'd call better mates than people I've known for 25, 30 years. You know, and it's unbelievable to say that, but it's so true because we vibe on so many levels and just see the world in the same way and just actually go out of our way to help each other and support each other. And that's what strengthens the bond and strengthens the relationship. So you know, I fully get what you're saying, man. So your first event went well because for me, that's when it really hit home what you know, a magical kind of community it is when you go to those things, you actually meet people face to face. It's a different world, isn't it?
Yeah, and I obviously felt at home because I was crying within the first hour. Now that was because Mr. Justin Wolf got us to do a physical how would I say, training one-on-one with the person sitting beside you, like but again, like you just know that you're safe. You just know you're in a safe place. You know you're in a place where regardless of what you say, what you do, or how you act, you're just not going to be judged. You're just not going to be judged. And that, I think, is one of the biggest pillars that this community is actually built on.
Yeah.
You know, number one, you will not be judged. Number two, there's no such thing as a stupid question. You know, and number three, it's a community, and number four, you realize it's actually a family. And you know, I'm sure I can come up with so many other pillars that I can name, but like it's just huge. It's hitting home to me now big time, and I am humbled and I'm happy.
Cheers. Right, well let's go a day before we both start squirting our eyes out. Ciaron, genuinely, mate, thank you very much for sparing the time to you know, pop out and have a chat with us. And you know, I genuinely look forward to continuing to go on this journey with you. It's been an amazing year having known you, and I am going to make it to Ireland. If I hadn't had a baby 2 weeks ago, or my wife had a baby 2 weeks ago, I'd be over there.
Well, look, let's be realistic and let's just organise something for the new year, because nobody's going to be doing anything this side of Christmas.
Yeah,
you know.
True.
So I tell you what, I'll organise an Irish meetup, and you can tag along.
Done. All right, sounds good. All right, mate. Let me know. I'll be there. Perfect. All right, buddy. Well, thanks again, and have a great rest of the day, and catch up with you soon.
Bye bye.
All the best. Bye.
See you then. Bye bye.